Hey guys, it's me, Winner Papa, and you are watching the channel with the best crypto trading tips, tricks, hacks, and more. In today's video, we're going to be talking about futures. Futures are similar to margin trading, which we talked about in the previous video. And if you haven't watched that yet, go ahead and click this button that's going to pop up in the corner, and you can watch it and then come back to this video. Simply put, futures are a contract with an expiration date that closes in the future. So all you need to know about futures is that there is something called a contract, and this contract has an expiration date. When these contracts expire, people have bought or sold at certain prices, and they expect the price to go up or down by the end of that contract date. When you trade futures, you don't have to wait for that contract date to come to pass. You can close before it. BitMEX, a popular crypto trading platform that employs leverage trading, also has futures trading, not just for Bitcoin, but also for lots of other altcoins. These future contracts expire at a certain date and renew with a new ticker name. On futures contracts, you can apply leverage, meaning that you can apply 10 times, 25 times, even 100 times leverage to your position, expecting it to go in the direction that you have planned. Just like margin trading, with futures trading, you can go long or you can go short, depending on what you believe the price is going to do next. Shorting is when you can sell at a high price and buy back what you've sold at a lower price. That distance in price becomes a profit. Let me show you a scenario. Let's say that your entry price is $10,000. You're using 10 times leverage, so your margin is, again, $1,000. If the price moves down 5%, you make 50% of your margin, which is $500. Moves down 10%, that's 100%. And it grows exponentially as the price moves down. If the trade moves against you and goes up 5%, you have lost 50% of your margin. Similar to the long situation, in a short, if the price moves up too far and your margin equals your loss, then you are liquidated. The CME and the CBOE, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the Chicago Board Options Exchange, introduced futures trading on Bitcoin back in December of 2017. Coincidence? I think not. But that aside, these contracts expire at a certain date. Because we can find out easily when these contracts expire, we can expect Bitcoin to react to these expiration dates. Because the CBOE and CME exchanges are closed on Sunday, if there's a big price movement in Bitcoin over the weekend, it creates something called a gap. Trading these gaps, or a gap to fill strategy, is very common. While there are futures contracts that have expiration dates that are fixed and hard set, there are also perpetual futures, meaning that it's a futures contract that never ends. It just keeps going. A good example of that would be XBT USD that BitMEX has. It's a perpetual Bitcoin contract. So you can continue to trade with leverage on that perpetual futures contract. Similar to margin trading, trading with leverage, whether it's doing margin or it's doing futures contracts, leverage in general brings with it the risk of being liquidated. In order to prevent liquidation as you're learning, I can't advise you financially to do anything, but I will say that it is smarter to use just 2 times leverage or even 1 times leverage as you're getting started. That way, you don't run the risk of getting liquidated as you're learning. Another helpful tip for not getting liquidated right away and not losing too much money as you learn is to use just a small percentage of your portfolio as you trade. Trade with something that you won't mind losing in case the trade goes against you. And if you win, don't feel upset or frustrated that, I could have made so much more in that trade. Don't do that to yourself, because you need to teach yourself to be satisfied with any amount of profit. That's it for this video for today. I hope you guys got something great out of it. Let us know, leave a comment below, like, subscribe, follow us for more tips, tricks, and hacks for crypto trading. And until next time, peace.